Actually, Larabanga community is a small Muslim village with 4,000 population and 100% Muslims. And the mosque you see here happens to be the oldest mosque in Ghana and one of the oldest in West Africa, which was being founded 1421. And as the day marked 1421, this 2021 year we are enjoying now marks the 600 years of the mosque. And then the mosque is with so many architecture activities like the Sudanese architecture, built with mud, clay, and the woodings you can see pointing in and out. And in and all around the mosque, we have 4 main entrances to the mosque. Like we are by the south, and we have the general entrance of the men from here. Back of it is the west, where we have the women entrance from. At the front side is the east, where we have the chief imam entrance, that is the prince. And then at the left side, that is the north, indicate the entrance of the muezzin, and the muezzin is the one who calls for prayers.
And with me is a tourist guide, Ahmed. Ahmed would lead us into the inside of it and give us details about this edifice.
As you can see me coming inside there, I'm with the entrance of the general entrance of the man, and then inside of it divided into 2 categories. Woman at the back and then the men at the front. We also have a column for the imam, that is the prince who lead for prayers. And as you can see, inside is mud, clay, and then the wooden holding the top, as you can see. So this is the portion for the imam. Then as we go, and as we go around, we join into the entrance of the muezzin, that is the one who called for prayers. And then as you see the steps coming on top of the roof, during Friday, that is where the muezzin goes to the top of the roof and then call for prayers. Yeah. Then we have another rule here, which also meant for men again, and this column meant for women. And as you can see, the entrance of the woman at the back there, the reason of the doors being shut is that a place like this, the room of God, when you are going in, you show a kind of respect, you bow down, and after getting in, you can straighten up yourself. Yeah. So we join into the main entrance of the man again, and that is where we're going out.
Like any spiritual leader, Yidana Ibrahim left behind 2 powerful cultural and religious symbols like the Ancient Mosque and the Boabab tree to serve the spiritual needs of his descendants, including the prevention of strange diseases, among others.
So that is how the mosque came by. And then this building you see here is the Sudanese architecture. Before they traveled to Ghana, they went places like Morocco, Egypt, Sudan before they got to Ghana. The founder of the community also came to meet the mosque in such a way that he was traveling all the way from South Africa to Ghana, and from there he met this endowed man who is a king of the Gonja warrior, who also migrated from a town in Mali called Mandi. This man was also going around fighting to get a vast land for his people to settle. So during the fall of the Mali Sangha Empire, this man was going around fighting the wars until he fought some villages which he found difficult to kill the people there or to conquer the people there. So he was advised to go to Saudi Arabia for someone to lead him in spiritual power. So he went and met the founder of Larabanga community, also known as Yidana Ibrahim. So it's 2 different names altogether. The warrior man who fought for land is known as Ndewura Jagba, and the spiritual man who also leading him in spiritual prayers is known as Yidana Ibrahim. So during the war, Ndewura Jagba ended his life at the Bupe, where we have the Black Volta sharing the boundary between the north and the south, where Yidana Ibrahim also realized that he was a pious Muslim. And as being a pious Muslim, there was polluted in a kind of blood and other activities. So where he needed a pure land to settle. So from the Black Volta, he moved to where we have our Mystic Stone, which is half a kilometer away from this village. He came to meet the stone on top of a tiny clay, and there were some spiritual things living around the side of the stone there. He was offering his prayers there, sleeping there, For some time, he wanted to build something like accommodation or a place for worship. And geographically, that side is slopey and rocky, which cannot be built something like this nature. There he decided that he was traveling with a spear. So he promised to throw the spear, and wherever the spear will land, that is where he's going to take as a settlement. From the Mystic Stone, he threw the spear high into the sky. The next day, he traced up until he got to find the spear at where this present mosque is. He came and the foundation of the mosque was original there, and there was nothing to indicate or to show people have settled here before. In spiritual affairs, he got to know that is where God has assigned him to.
Mr. Abdullah Ahmed adds that the oldest holy Quran in Ghana, which draws people from all walks of life to Larabanga for their spiritual needs, was brought from Mecca to Larabanga by its founder.
The Quran is not actually in the mosque. The Quran is carried by the chief imam of the community. And this Quran, they were 7 in number, compared with 60 chapters, and everything was in Saudi Arabia. So before Yidana Ibrahim got to this place and settled here, he was possessing one in Saudi Arabia. And after he moved and settled here, there was something like a world war there. And at the end of the war, some of the Qurans was being burned, others was being mixing. So he couldn't know whether what he was possessing there was being missing or it was being burned. When he had this place as a settlement that he used to pray by having the intention of receiving the Quran. So one very night, he received the Quran in a cladded form. As you were saying, previously, the Quran used to stay in the mosque till when there is need for the community to do their recitation, they go in to bring it out. But now we are in a change of modernize and everything. So they don't allow people to walk in just to see the Quran. But because we, the new generation, we are interested on friends and visitors, we can just come open, allow people to go in. So they decided to move it to the chief imam house. And this Quran, we decided twice in a year. And this twice in a year, during the 27th day of Ramadan, we bring this Quran out to recite it, just the blessing of the community alone. And when they are to recite it, they don't just come out to give it to whoever can read Quran or whoever can read any version from the Quran. They divide it among the 12 clans I was talking of. They divide it among the head of the clans, and they recite it in their very houses, and then they bring it together again, and then put it to where it's supposed to be.
Here, the guide says the community cannot separate the 500-year-old Boabab tree from the founder of the town because it serves as a true reflection of his spirit and also protects the 12 tribes of Larabanga.
As you can see us walking, we're walking towards the grave of the founder of the community. And as you can see this huge Boabab tree. The Boabab tree is right on top of the grave of the founder of the community.
So it means the grave was just around.
Yes, the grave was just around.
And the tree is sitting on top of the grave.
The tree is actually sitting on top of the grave. And from what he has prayed for, when we are going around, you see a lot of trees, roots penetrating through the mosque, but they don't have any damage or any effect to the mosque, based on the kind of blessings and prayers that he does, and also promise of coming of the Boabab tree.
Once again, did you say the founder of the community and the mosque, before he died, what's the story?
Yeah, he actually mentioned to them that when he dies, he should be buried by the mosque, and when buried, a few months later, there will be a kind of tree or plant that will shoot up on his grave. So when anything like that shoots, the community will take proper care of it, and it's going to be a vegetable plant. So whenever they want to celebrate the name of him or they want to remember him, the leaves of the tree should harvest and then celebrate and remember the founder of the community.
Due to the good maintenance culture on the mosque, many materials, especially the woody beams, both in the middle and sides of the building, have never been replaced since the year 1421 and are still in good shape.
Explain that the reason of the doors being short does not mean that the people in Larabanga are very short or Muslims are very short. We only consider that a place like this is a room of God. So when you are going in, you show a kind of respect. You bow down. After getting in, then you can straighten up yourself. That is the reason of the doors being short.
The door being short is people want to bow down.
Yes. Yeah, just to show a respect to the mosque. we are thinking of if we want to replace this one, then that means the tower here has to be taken off. Okay. And when it takes off, how do we fix it to its original looking again?
What is the secret behind its strength? Because you have 4021. Mm-hmm. It's just a stick.
Yeah.
A wood. It has not been changed.
No, it has not been changed up to now.
And this heavy thing is sitting on it.
It's sitting on it, yes. So like the white sticks. Yeah, the white sticks is what we are doing. So if we want to change, we'll just get a white stick, give a support here, fix another one here, then put the mud on the ground. But this one, they try it, but it didn't work. So after the down was breaking, they just pillar it the way it's supposed to go.
They tried to remove it.
Yes.
But it not agree.
No.
It
So
not
they
agree.
force and breaking it. After breaking it, no. They see to it that no, they have to allow it sitting the way it is.